So here we are again. It's me again, it's Dan. And it's light. Can you see that? It's daylight. Look, look, it's daylight. Blue sky and everything. It's fantastic. I've actually made it out before it gets dark, which is the first. So today I'm going to talk to you about something that's really important within the Big Idea Mastermind. The thing that you hear the most of all, that people ask you to talk about, especially Vic, he asks you to talk and to learn about mindset. Okay, to work on your mindset. Okay, mindset, will tell you, is probably the most important thing you can do. You know, the business side of it, getting traffic and all that kind of stuff, that's relatively simple compared to what happens up here. If you work on your mindset, pretty much everything else will fall into place by itself. You know, and the top leaders within the Big Idea Mastermind, they'll tell you the same thing. Work on your mindset. So when I first started in Big Idea Mastermind, I wasn't quite sure what mindset was, so I've got a dictionary definition written down. Dictionary definition of mindset. Okay, here we go. A fixed mental attitude that predetermines a person's responses and interpretations of situations. That's definition number one. Now, definition number two, an inclination or a habit. Okay, an inclination or a habit. Okay, I just want to read that definition again, the first one. A fixed mental attitude. Okay, a fixed mental attitude and a habit. Think about that. This is what I wrote it down. There you go. Mindset. It's true, it's there. A fixed mental attitude that predetermines a person's responses to interpretations of situations, and an inclination or a habit. That's why they tell you to read every day. They tell you, because the more you do it, it fixes in your brain. You know, every single day when I wake up, I read. That's the first thing I do. First thing I do, obviously I have breakfast and stuff, but the first thing I do is read. And I've been reading my book today. I'm still reading by Vincent Norman Peale. It's the positive way to change your life, and it's working. I'm learning so much stuff on a daily basis, and it's fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love reading. I never used to be into reading, but now I am. I read every day without fail. It's the first thing I do. It's the first thing. I'm going to face the sun. Look at that, beautiful sunshine. It's the first thing I do is read, and you should too. You should get your book. Go through the reading list. There's loads of books on the reading list that you can choose. You know, I'm only on. I'm on my second book, and once I finish that, I'm going to start immediately on the next one. The next one I'm going to read is probably Secrets of a Millionaire's Mind. I think. Unless I can find another one. I'm going to look on my auntie's bookshelf again and see if I can find any more. But there's plenty of books to read. There's loads of PDF files as well. If you go onto the Big Idea Mastermind Facebook page, at the top where it says files, so, you know, about, events, photos, at the very top of the page, there's a little tab that says files, and in there, all the books in PDF form, they're all there. You can read them all. You know, funnily, I started reading Psycho-Cybernetics on the files tab, and then I found it in my auntie's bookcase, and I thought, wicked, I've got the book. I've got the real life book. There we go. Got a shadow on me now. Reading the real book is great. Such a good old-fashioned, you know, the good old-fashioned book version in paperback. You know, none of this screen stuff. You know, I look at my screen on a laptop all day, every day anyway. So I want to be able to read a book, sit in a garden, read a book, which is what I've been doing. So working on your mindset, okay. When you know. You've got to make it a habit. Make it a habit by doing it every day. Then you've got to listen to audio. Listen to the audio every day, because you're filling your brain with positive information. You know, you don't need to watch the TV and learn about all the rubbish and doom and gloom that's going on in the world. You know, don't watch the news. The news, what is the news? It's just rubbish. It's all nonsense stuff that's happening. I can't fix it. You know, no one can fix it. It's just the news. They're just telling you all the bad things that's going on in the world. So I don't watch it. I haven't watched TV for ages, and I don't care. TV's rubbish. It rots your brain. Rots your brain. You see that? All the sun's reflected in the puddles. It rained last night. Anyway, fascinating stuff. I'm sure you'll agree. So work on your mindset. Honestly, they don't tell you it for the fun of it. They tell you to do it because it works. 80% of this business is down to your mindset. It's all to do with what goes on inside your head. It is. If you watch the Born Rich program by Bob Proctor, he'll tell you, honestly. I've talked about it before, as you know, but it's true, and it's absolutely true, and that's why they tell you to do it. Work on your mindset. You know, as part of the 30 day to 10k challenge, what they've asked you to do is write down your goal. I've written down my goal card, but they've asked you to write down in 90 days what your outcome, and you have to write it in present tense. There is a training module about this. It's the first video in the 15k formula in Power Network. If you upgrade to the 15k formula or the platinum level in Big Idea Mastermind, the very first video in Power Network is about how you get this image. And Dave Wood, it's like a webinar, and Dave Wood, he describes a situation in the future, but he's reading it in present tense, so that your brain, because your brain doesn't know the difference between real and not real, and he tells you about it, and he reads it out. It is December 2013, and I am sitting in my luxury armchair. However it is, however you describe your future, you have to say it in present tense, and then you visualize it, and like you turn up the colours. You see something in your brain, you visualize it, and you write down things that you're feeling, sounds that you can hear, even smells that you can smell, and it's all present tense, and you write it in present tense so that your brain thinks that it's actually real, your brain thinks that it's happening, and it's true. And if you turn up the colours so that everything's really even more vivid than it should be anyway, you should make it so vivid that it's almost like a reality already. But then you turn up the colours, you turn up the brightness, you imagine watching it on a giant HD cinema screen, so it fills your peripheral vision, and you just visualize it, and you visualize it, and you just visualize it, and you make it bright, you make it clear, so that the image locks in your head. It's true. It's true. It all helps your mindset. It all helps. Honestly, whatever you can do to work on your mindset. Read things 10 times a day. Read for 5 hours if you want to. Just read whole chapters of books. Read a whole book. You can read a book in a day. It's not difficult. Just do that. If you want to watch videos about stuff, there's a lot of audio on the internet. There's loads of audio in the inner circle. There's hundreds and hundreds of hours of audio. And every Monday on Empower Network is the Empower Hour, where they have these live phone-ins, and you can just ring up a number, you phone, ring it up, and you talk. You just listen in. There's obviously someone on the other end talking, whoever it is, that particular leader of that week, and it's all recorded. It's put on the Empower Network homepage. Audio of the week, and listen to them. There's loads of them. There's like, at least, it goes back to 2011, or every single week. There's hundreds of them, and they're all like at least 2 hours long. And you will get some golden nuggets of information by listening to them. Because I've been listening to them for months, every single day. That's all you do. Listen, read, and listen. Fill your brain with positive information. Honestly, you don't need to watch telly. Telly's rubbish. What are you going to learn off TV? Nothing. You might learn how to cook. You might learn who's wearing the latest clothes. You might learn which Z-list celebrity is going out with which other Z-list celebrity, thinking that they're famous for being rubbish. Why would you want to learn that stuff? It's not important. It's really not important. Even the news, it's not important. What can you do about the news? A bomb's gone off somewhere. How are you going to do it? Are you going to make it not go off? You can't. It's happened. It's in the past. You don't need to bother with that sort of stuff. Honestly, the news schmooze. I don't watch it. I don't watch the news. It's not important. It's irrelevant in my life. My life is all about succeeding. My life is all about working on my mindset, and that's what I'm doing every day. And I'm publishing my content. They say publish your content. Whatever you've learned that day, whatever you want to talk about anything, which I do, as you know, all the time. I just go on and rant. I just thought today, as it's daylight and I'm up, I thought I would share my little nugget of the day about mindset. You might have a different version of mindset, but mindset is working on your mind, working on your brain. Make something habitual. Make it so that every single day you want to do it. And now, because I'm doing these videos every single day, I want to do some more. I wake up in the morning, and when I've done my reading and I've done my audio, next thing I think is, right, what can today's video be? What have I just learned by listening to these audios? What have I just learned by reading this chapter of this book? I go and talk to you about it because it's funny. It's good. It's good. If I can teach you something that I've learned, then how good's that? because you watch other people's videos on YouTube and you're just learning about what they've been taught, and they're telling you what they've learned. You know, it's great. Everything's a learning curve, you know, so work on your mindset. Honestly, it's true. They tell you to do it for a reason. 80% of the business in Big Idea Mastermind is to do with your mindset. It is. You know, probably more, you know, it's true. So, go and read. When you watch this video, go to the Facebook group of Big Idea Mastermind. You know, if you're not a member, if you're just going to start up joining, click on the link below. It's dansbigidea.com. Click on the link, throw your email address in my landing page, and watch the videos. Watch them. Make notes if you want. I've got a book full of notes. This book here, look, it's completely full. So if you can see, it's completely full. All the things I've been writing down since I started. Everything. Pages and pages and pages of all notes. Loads of stuff. All really useful as well. Every video that I've watched, I've wrote down notes, pages, books and books of notes. So, work on your mindset, people. It's true. It will happen. You work on your mindset, the magic starts. Okay. Click on the link below, dansbigidea.com. And you know, yeah, while you're at it, like my page. It's facebook.com/dansbigidea, and see what you can do. See how working on your mindset can improve your financial freedom, because it will happen. All the top leaders in Big Idea Mastermind, they work on your mindset. They work on their mindset, and they tell you. They speak at these events and they say, work on your mindset. You know, don't worry about the money side of it. Don't worry about the traffic side of it. That'll come. That's easy. Getting traffic, it's easy. That's the simple side of it. Just work on your mindset, because it is all in here. Everything that goes on in your life, it starts in here. So it's true. Work on your mindset. Work on your mindset. It's true. Make it happen every day. Make it a habit. Make it something that you want to do every single day. I wake up and I can't wait to read, to see what I'm going to learn that day, and I can't wait to listen to audios to see, I've got a fly on me, see what I'm going to learn that day as well. And then once I've learned it, I come and publish my content. I come and speak to you guys, you know, in my sunny Cambridge surroundings, as you can see, which is great. So click on the link below. It's dansbigidea.com, and get involved with Big Idea Mastermind. Alright, I'll speak to you in the next video. See you later.